Hi friends, welcome to a Co-Engineer YouTube channel. Today we discuss essence of Indian traditional knowledge. In this, we have to discuss what are the strategies to increase protection of traditional knowledge. These are some of the strategies you have to use in the protection of you have to protect the traditional knowledge, indigenous traditional knowledge or intellectual property rights. Among the properties you have to discuss what are the strategies to increase protection of traditional knowledge, international efforts, Indian traditional knowledge available to the USPTO and patent examinations of United States, examiners of the United States, Patent and Trademark Office, USPTO, are now able to access database of traditional knowledge thanks to Indian government according to permission on November 2009. The Indian Council Scientific and Industrial Research and Department of Ayurveda, Yoga and Naturopathy, Unani, Siddha, Homeopathy was credited with the development of the Traditional Knowledge Digital Library (TKDL) with 330 million space searchable database of traditional knowledge that translated from numerous one language such as Hindi, Sanskrit, Arabic, Persian, Urdu, Tamil into English, Japanese, French, German, and Spanish. The EPO was allowed the use of traditional knowledge in February 2009. MoU between USPTO and Indian in Bilateral Intellectual Property Right Corporation, the Indian Department of Industrial Policy and Permission DIPPP, Department of Industrial Policy and Permission, and USPTO announced on the 23rd November 2009 that they have entered into a MoU on comprehensive bilateral cooperation for intellectual property protection and enforcement. Under the terms of the MoU, the USPTO and DIPP will cooperate on range of intellectual property issues, focusing capacity of building human resource development and raising public awareness on the importance of securities of the DIPP Department of Industrial Policy Performance. As Ajay Shankar said, our vision is to transform your intellectual property system into a world-class organization by adopting transparent, automated, and user-friendly processes. The MoU that we are seeking today will help strengthen our capacity to achieve this objective. There are several other international legal platforms and instruments that currently addresses intellectual property protection as it relates to traditional knowledge. Some of the most prominent includes the United Nations Draft Declaration on Rights of Indigenous People (UNDRIP), United Declarations of Rights of Intellectual Property Rights and EPO, European Property Rights Office. United Nations Draft Declaration in Article 29 specifically state that indigenous people are entitled into the recognition of the full ownership, control, and protection of their cultural and intellectual properties. They have the right to special measures to control and develop and protect their sciences, technologies, and cultural manifestations, including human and their genetic resources, seeds, medicines, knowledge of the properties of fauna and flora and oral traditions, the literatures, designs, and visual and performing the arts. Global guidelines says a recent positive initiative is the drafting of a set of corporate guidelines for business that want to use the native plants and traditional knowledge from indigenous communities to make commercial drugs. In April 2002, in the Hughes delegates of the United Nations Biodiversity Congresses from 166 countries nominated the adopted global guidances during two-week-long United Nations sponsored CBD conference that was designed to encourage them pharmaceutical companies to make responsible agreements with countries whose resources they use. On the regional innovatives, nothing but a Canyon Declaration and Casco Declaration, Canyon Declaration and Casco Declaration on access to genetic resources, traditional knowledge, and intellectual property rights in Feb 2002. Environmental ministries from 12 countries met in Cancun, Mexico, to discuss issues related to biodiversity in their countries, identifying a need to establish terms governing the grading of patients at the WSSD in Johannesburg in this past August. This group was established as a permanent negotiating body to address these issues. It has also been suggested that a requirement on patient applications to disclose in their applications any traditional knowledge used in innovations in questions could help in the assignment of novelty and so essential countries with possible claims to examine the applications and oppose the patent in time. The Geographical Indication of Goods and Registrations and Protections Act of 1999 passed by Parliament in another step taken by India. The Act primarily intends to protect the available geographical indication of your country. The protection under the Act is available only to the geographical indication registered under the Act and the unders, authorized users, not unders, authorized users. The Geographical Indication of Goods Registration and Protection Act is 1999, passed by the Parliament, is another step taken by India. The Act primarily intends to protect the available of the geographical indication of your country. The protection under the Act is available only to the geographical indication recognized under the Act to authorize the users. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Thank you very much.